Okay, so today I thought it would be good if I actually did something worthwhile instead of just rambling on about nothing. So we spent an hour in science today working out how much paper our school uses, and 95% of it is just wasted and actually never does anything worthwhile. 5% being exams and revision guides and stuff, because they're not wasted due to the fact that they will be used for years and years. Anyway, so 95% of the school's paper is wasted. This is about the same amount as about 25 trees that could be saved if we cut down on the amount of paper we use. Recycling it saves 17 trees, but that's still not enough. 75 trees worth of paper are cut down every year just to go to my school alone. And considering I go to a rather small school, just averaging under 750 people from year 7 to 11, that is just too much paper. And it needs to be sustainable for the years to come. And the only way to make your paper usage sustainable would be to replant a tree every time. But of course, as you would expect, 75 trees is a lot and nowhere enough space in the school to plant these every year to keep our paper source sustainable. So, recycling. Now, for every ton of paper that we use, which is 500 reams, that's basically them big thick pads that you get of paper, A4 paper. And for every ton that is recycled, 17 trees saved being cut down. Cutting down trees is very bad for the environment, as we need them to breathe. Without trees you would not be able to breathe because they take out most of the carbon dioxide in the air and respire oxygen. The oxygen in which we need to breathe, therefore in which we need to survive. Now to get this oxygen supply, we need trees, and cutting them down is bad. And also, deforestation causes things like acid rain, and also can cause illnesses such as botulism. We never had botulism until we started deforestation. This is an incurable disease in most countries. I think the USA and the UK have a cure, but I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't take that for thingy. But yeah. So when you think about chucking a piece of paper in the bin, think of how many trees have died to make that piece of paper. Now, in subjects like art, if you make a mistake, just rub it out. Don't get a big massive new piece of A3 paper, like most people do, because it's completely stupid. And being completely stupid causes the environment to decrease. Now, also, CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons, are also damaging the ozone layer, which causes the sun's rays to be trapped in the environment along with greenhouse gases. And because it's being trapped in the earth is slowly heating up. And when the earth slowly heats up, the ice caps will melt. And if it melts, then we will have like a water increase in the sea's level will increase so high that half of the world will be flooded. Places like Manhattan, New York, Florida, the UK even, and many other places, Shanghai, Beijing, West India, they will all be flooded and basically be underwater if only half of Greenland has to melt, which is only equivalent of 2% of the world's ice caps. Now this, to me, is a very worrying thought. And yes, you may say it was just another stupid talk on global warming, but this one will affect you, because in less than 50 years, the amount of CO2 in the air will be too high for us to think it will be the highest point ever. At the minute, it's the highest point it has ever been in up to 650,000 years, and that's as far as we can scientists can record. Now, you personally might not worry about this, but if you think about it, most people around the age of 9 and 10, by the time they're, let's say, 50, 60, the whole Earth will have run out of sources now. This was predicted in 2005. It's now 2010, which is 5 years later. So basically, what's now 50 years away is only 45. So in 45 years, we all need to do our bit to cut down the amount of global warming in the country and the world. But just with one, if everybody did their little bit, then the amount of the rate that global warming is speeding up at, it will dramatically slow down. But just one country, little country like the UK doing this will not happen. We need big continents like Europe and the USA and places like Japan and China to cut their emissions too. So just think about it next time you go to waste paper or spray or whatever, or use your car even. Try walking. Helps the environment and also helps yourself keep fit. Okay, so anyway, that's a boring bit over. But yeah, just think about it. I know you all think that it's just boring, but in the end it's going to affect all of your futures. And maybe even your children's future. Depends on how old you are. But think about it, 45 years. That's not long, really. Considering the rate at which time seems to fly by. 45 years. Not long at all. Well, it is, but not really. So yeah. Peace out, dudes.